Hey guys, Noel here, and it's Saturday night, and we got a little bit of time on our hands, so that would be fun to do a video game review. For the video game section of the Noel Comics YouTube channel tonight, we are going to be reviewing Lunar, the Silver Star Story Complete for the PlayStation, brought to us by the fine people at Working Designs. But tonight's review is going to have a little bit of a twist. I got John Teeter out back with his running time machine, and he is going to take me and you out in YouTube land to the year 2011, where Past Noel is going to be reviewing this game. Past Noel, he's a little different, a little nerdier, lives in a different house, but he's a quality dude. So you enjoy Past Noel's review of Lunar, the Silver Star Story, and enjoy this throwback review brought to us by the magic of my old laptop and John Teeter's time machine. Till next time, guys, I'm Noel. You take care and stay tuned to the Noel Comics YouTube channel for lots and lots of video game review fun. Bye-bye. Hey guys, Noel here, and it is actually pretty late on a Saturday, and unfortunately, my winter break's winding down, so I thought, what better time to do another video game review before we have to start diving into piles of books for months on end. So, earlier we reviewed WCW vs. the World, the coolest wrestling game on the PlayStation. And now I thought we would review a Japanese role-playing game, which is basically my favorite genre, right along with fighting games. So, the video game we're going to be reviewing tonight is Lunar, the Silver Star Story from Working Designs, right here. Now, this game was released in Japan by a company known as Game Arts and distributed domestically in the United States by Working Designs. And the really cool thing, if you know about Working Designs, they made a lot of games for the TurboGrafx, like Cosmic Fantasy II. Working Designs always gave you really, really cool packaging. In fact, the packaging for Cosmic Fantasy II I actually have hanging up on my wall right here over X-Men #1. You can kind of see it off in the distance right next to the Capcom vs. Tatsunoko poster, and my hand-drawn Hacksaw Jim Duggan poster that the man himself signed. So, but anyway, back to Lunar. Here's the packaging itself. I got this on Christmas morning in 2000. I was a happy camper. Here is the jewel case. And if you open up the packaging, it comes actually with a map that I hung up in the other room that I'm actually not going to go chase down. The box is fully decorated. It actually opens up right here if you want even more information. The instruction manual is basically a bound book with artwork in it and creator interviews. So you were really getting something special when you were buying Working Designs games. In fact, the packaging and localization process of Working Designs games, coupled with the overbearing personality of, I guess, the CEO of Working Designs, Victor Ireland, basically caused a lot of American video game distributors to have some tension with him, and ultimately, I guess that led to Working Designs going under. So Working Designs doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately. Now, Lunar, you got in addition to a 2-disc RPG, you got the Making of Lunar DVD CD. And here's more artwork in the box. You got a Lunar soundtrack of the game, which I believe actually has the Sega CD opening on it as a hidden track. Here's more artwork. And here's the cool back cover right here. And let's see what else we got here. So, on the screen, we have the game itself. It is obviously a game for the Sony PlayStation. And this is actually disc 1 this is disc 2. Disc 1 is in there. So, as you can see, this is a 2D RPG. It basically has the very charming overhead kind of God's eye view that you get with these kinds of video games. And what's really cool about it, in addition to the fact that the music is very nice and the colors are very vivid, I really enjoy this kind of scaled-down reality, because it's basically what the video game is, right? It's a scaled-down world, and partly for necessity, but also partly to have a kind of a meaningful aesthetic. You get these, basically, you know, short-handed versions of a world right here. So, as you can see, you can walk around the town and talk to people. Actually, I'm playing this with one hand, so it's hard for me to actually go and talk to someone, but hang on a second here. Hold still, old man. Come on. Ah, screw it. Actually, nah, let's go fight. Well, that did it. As you can see, these very cool portraits of the guys as they talk. Here we got a fight going here. You know, what's actually cool is that part of this is automatic AI, and part of it is you just doing the legit turn-based stuff yourself. This game does have quite a bit of leveling up you have to do as you get further into the game. But, you know, fans of RPGs really probably shouldn't mind that, but I should warn you, sometimes it might take you a couple hours of leveling up at various points in the game, where you might have to just divide up some hour-long sessions of leveling up at various points. I will say also for the American version of Lunar, they actually adjusted the boss difficulty to meet your level, so it was actually really hard to kind of put the boss that you're fighting in the dust as far as your level. But you can level up stronger than the boss, so don't worry about that. So now, actually, before we get too far into this here, we can just get a nice close picture of how the characters look. The opening credits to Lunar just for a second here, because there's really awesome cutscenes within this, and I just think we should take a look at the opening credits here before we actually dive into looking at the Making of Lunar DVD, which is a really cool addition to this package right here. So, booting up the old PlayStation. If you guys don't know, Lunar, the Silver Star Story, was released, re-released not that long ago on the PSP. I've actually got that. I haven't tested it yet. I literally just bought it yesterday. Kotokawa, they make good stuff. Like the Record of Lodos War. Now, as you play this game, when there's really dramatic parts, it will switch to basically this cinema-style anime for the more dramatic scenes.
In your dreams, magical thoughts, all things are real unless you dream they're not.
I'll say, Working Designs likes to actually do a lot of English dubbing over for the songs. When this game was released, it was still kind of rare to basically have the original Japanese lyrics to the opening credits to animes and games. It wasn't unheard of, though, but Working Designs was really took a lot of pride in their localization process. Sometimes they did a really good job, other times it was odd. They would put weird pop culture references and things that were actually very out of place. And so, I actually really like the opening to this game. The English and the Japanese. They're both really good. So here, we basically see that we've got a fantasy RPG that takes place on the moon, a familiar sci-fi device, or a familiar sci-fi setting, so you get the best of both. There's the Earth that they can see from a distance. Okay, so, and here's the really nice opening screen right here. So, let's actually pop in the making of Lunar disc. Now, the cool thing about the making of Lunar disc, basically it's a half an hour, and the first 15 minutes is the Japanese producers at Game Arts showing the behind the scenes, the animators, the character designer, there he is right there, the music composer, and then the last 15 minutes is the localization process right here. That took place within Working Designs. And one thing that you really do get, no matter if you like the Working Designs localization or not, you can really tell that they put a lot of effort and passion into making this game, both the group in Japan and in the US, so that really comes through.
I formed a company with Mr. Kazunari Tomy, and the company's name is Studio Alex. We went to Game Arts to promote our business, and we told them we would like to make an RPG game with a compelling story that was something different from other games that existed at that time. After playing the Lunar game, if people would say, we have to live in a more positive fashion, live our lives looking to the future, that is the kind of game I wanted to make. This was the motive that inspired the Lunar game.
Yeah, this great story, these characters that you cared about, and you were interested to see how they got together at the end, Alex and Luna. It played out more like a movie than a game because of the animated sequences along the way. It kept getting the player back into the game.
A large percentage of the games that come to the U.S. Originate in Japan. They start in Japan, and
These are their TurboGrafx games. That's Cosmic Fantasy 2.
Independent CD-ROM publisher in the U.S. So I'd heard about Lunar, and I really had no preconception about what it was. I was thinking some sort of moon game.
Well, we saw the Sega CD version.
Alright, so you guys get the feel of the making of disc. Now, so, yeah, Lunar is not simply limited to the discs of Lunar, the stuff that you can actually do with the game. So right here we have one of my all-time favorite RPGs, Xenogears, God Only Knows. This is the Japanese version of the game right here. So, let's take a look. We've got the Making of Lunar, the Silver Star Story DVD in. Let's turn it on. And we'll let the PlayStation boot up. Okay, so we pop it open. And we'll see what happens right here. Ah, look what we have here. We could actually watch all the cutscenes from Xenogears right here. So, if you guys haven't played Xenogears, do it. There's Shitan Uzuki. There is it's a masterfully written RPG. It's got philosophical content ranging from Christianity to Nietzsche to Freud to postmodernism. It's a very deep, beautiful game to look at and play through. There's Bart. There's Emeralda, the android. Gotta have some postmodern, the machine that surpasses modernity. There's the God Gear. Even though there's Nietzschean content in this game, it basically goes beyond Nietzsche to include to basically include Christian content ranging beyond hegemony. So I don't want to basically turn this video into a Xenogears rant here, but it's a fantastic game. I just wanted to show you what you can actually do with Lunar the Silver Star Story with an RPG that, as good as Lunar is, it's actually even better than Lunar, right? You can actually just check out all the cutscenes from Xenogears. There's Faye and Ellie. So basically it starts off with the credits. There's the cross right there. So anyway, you get the idea, right? So in addition to basically playing Lunar, getting a bunch of bonus content, you can also check out the movies from Xenogears. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I give Lunar 80 thumbs up right here. So it's an excellent game. Buy it. You probably have to look on eBay for it and do some digging, and you might probably have to pay around $60 for it, but it's well worth it. So anyway, guys, until next time, I'll see you all later. My name's Noel. Bye-bye.